Good morning. Good lunchtime. I hope today the volume will work. So if you come on and you can hear me, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can hear me. But I am going to get rolling here. Today, I want to share with you a whole bunch of stuff about celebration. If you have been around any time at all with me, I'm sure that you have heard about celebration. If not, I want to say welcome. You have found Sarah Lynn Duque on Sarah Lynn Stamps. I am here on Facebook every Wednesday at noon to share a really quick and easy card with you. 15 minutes or less, we try to fit it in on our lunch hour, and it's called Cards and Coffee. So I welcome you here. If you have been here with me before, thank you for joining me again, and I hope you'll enjoy our card today. I wanted to take a quick run through the celebration sets with you because this is our last week of celebration. I mean, it totally snuck up on me. I can't believe that we're here already. Celebration is the biggest promotion of Stampin' Up! In the whole year. It runs every year during January and February, and it involves getting free stuff. Like, who doesn't want free stuff? So for every $60 that you spend during the celebration period, so it ends February the 28th, which is next Monday, you get to choose free stamp sets. So I thought I would just show you some of the options. I have most of them. I don't have all of them. So the one we're going to use today actually is the Island Vibe stamp set. So this is one that you can choose for free with a $60 purchase. And I'm just going to go through them quickly. So there's Island Vibes, and I'll show you here in the catalog because I know there's a few. This one I don't have. This is 6 or 12 by 12 designer series paper. So this coordinates with the Daffodil Daydream bundle out of the mini catalog. I was trying to figure out what it was called. So it has beautiful vanilla colors, yellow spring, beautiful things. Anyways, I don't have that paper, but that is one of the choices for a $60 order. Next on our list is Catching Butterflies. You've seen some cards with this one that I've made. This was one of our fun mystery cards that we made. I don't know if that was last month. Was that last month that we made this? It must have been in January because celebration was only in January. So isn't it beautiful? It's so cute. It's a really fun coloring set, and it's just cheerful and gorgeous. Anyways, that is one of your choices also with a $60 order. Another one is Driving By. We did this one last week. We made this cute little peekaboo card with the Driving By set, and I do have a couple other ones, but I have that one handy here to share with you. So this one was just colored in with the markers. So Driving By. And I like this one because, well, and this one too, because they come with pictures or images as well as some sentiments. So you get a full stamp set with these ones here. The next one that is in for a $60 purchase you can choose for free is the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. Now this coordinates with the Rainbow of Happiness bundle or suite that's in the mini catalog. You have seen me playing nonstop with that one. We did this one at our, what was that called? For the Love of Stamping event. We made these cute little kite cards with that paper. Isn't that adorable? Sorry, I got this Velcro on here that doesn't want to open. There we go. Anyways, cute, hey? But I've done lots with this paper. I am in love with it. Today is no exception. You're going to see a little bit of this get pulled out today. So let's see if I've missed anything. Yes, there are a couple here for $60 purchases as well that I don't have. So one is this really cute 6x6 Simply Marvelous paper. So it's just kind of tone on tone and has sort of these swirly background colors in it. And it comes with Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Bumblebee, Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, Smoky Slate, So Saffron. I mean, you get 48 sheets of paper. It is a great deal for free with a $60 purchase. There's also this really cute, awesome otter stamp set, which is another one I don't have my hands on yet. So when I look through here, I'm a little sad. There's a few things I'm still missing, but moving on. So for $120, we've got a couple of like super things for you. The Friendly Hello stamp set, which is a full gorgeous 13-piece stamp set with sentiments and images, as well as 12 by 12 designer series paper. So gorgeous, gorgeous. You get, let's see, so 13 photopolymer stamps and 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. So there's 2 each of 6 double-sided designs in this packet. And you have seen me play with this a little bit as well. I don't have anything handy here to share with you, but you've seen it around. The last thing in the catalog is this, or in the celebration brochure, the Special Moments. This is an awesome set. So this has 21 different sentiments in it. And this is a free with $120 purchase item as well. So this is this works with every occasion, everything that you could possibly want. So if you have an order up to $120 and trying to build your collection, this is a great one to consider adding, the special moment stamp set. And we're going to use this today because the other set we're using, the Island Vibes, doesn't have any sentiments in it. So they work out perfectly together. And both of these are free choice items during celebration. So anyways, we are celebrating all things celebration today. If you get your order up to $375 or host a party before the end of the month, and I do have a couple dates where I could squish you in this week. That just means inviting a few people for an online get together. I'll show you a few techniques or a few project ideas. If your workshop or your party comes to $375, or if you have a standalone order with you or you and a couple of friends that you want to put in, you can also get this Calming Camellia, I don't know. Calming something or other stamp set, which is really, really pretty. The other thing, we have a join special, and I have to mention this. If you are interested in joining the My Stampin' Up team, you can purchase a starter kit for $135. You get $165 of product, anything that you want out of the catalog. The shipping and the GST is free on that, so it's really a steal of a deal. But until Monday, February the 28th, you also get to choose 2 free stamp sets of your choice. So ask me more about that if you have any questions. But there's just so many ways to save and get a lot of products for a great price right now. On to our card today. Thank you guys for joining me again. Like I said, we're going to be stamping today with the Island Vibes and the Special Moment stamp set. I will be pulling in a little bit of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper today, which you will see. But this is a really fun set to make quick and easy cards because it doesn't take a lot. When you have some of these larger images like this, you can make a lot of impact with very little stamping. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So we are going to start with our regular card base that measures 8.5 by 5.5. So that's half of a sheet of cardstock. And I've already gone ahead and scored it right here at 4 1/4, which is in the middle. And I'm just going to fold that in half to make my card base. I am going to just take my bone folder to give it a little bit of an extra burnishing here, so that it's going to stay nice and flat for me while I'm trying to craft. Okay, so we are going to stamp on this one, that beautiful green palm leaf in Granny Apple Green. So I've already gone ahead and mounted all of the stamps in this set, so we're ready to roll. I'm going to have to use a large block here. So this is an E block. And I'm going to open up my ink pad. And because my stamp is just kind of large, I'm actually going to take my ink pad and just take my ink pad to my stamp this time instead of doing it the other way. When I have a larger ink pad, I just find this a little bit easier. Now the trick is sometimes when you do that, you end up getting ink in places like around here where you don't want it. So just stamp lightly so that you don't transfer that. And ignore all the beeping. I decided this time, oh great, I got my thumb all dirty. I decided not to turn off my notifications because it seems when I do that, it also turns off my volume on my recording. So we're just going to have to put up with some of the notifications coming through. So ignore those. Anyways, I have stamped the leaf here right in sort of the center of my card. And you can see how it has this nice edge. So it kind of creates its own look of a layer. Like you've added a layer on top of your card when you haven't, because it's giving you that nice corner edge. And it's also sort of distinctive in that some areas are darker and some areas are lighter. So it gives you sort of a little bit of a 3D dimension on your card with just one simple stamp. So it's a really easy and a great way to create a card quickly. The other image we're going to stamp today is actually our pineapple here. And this one isn't quite big enough. I need a bigger block. So let's try this baby for my pineapple, and I'm going to stamp this onto a piece of white. And this piece of white measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I'm going to stamp my pineapple here in Bumblebee. Now let me tell you, I didn't come up with this card on my own. I got this idea from Christine Vicente, who first made this card, and I just thought it was so stunning and so simple that I wanted to share with you today. So I can't take the credit for this beautiful design, but this is an idea of what you can do. So we're going to just stamp this card here just towards the right-hand side. So it is hanging off the edge just a tad. So we're going to go ahead and do that with our pineapple. And again, like, look at all the detail you get in that stamp. Isn't that phenomenal? I don't know. I just think it's amazing how they get such fine little details in a piece of rubber. That's why I guess I don't make the stamps, because it's just, I don't know. It's just amazing to me. So what we're going to do is we are going to layer our pineapple piece here onto a piece of Granny Apple Green. Now I have made a really fine border here that's just 1/8 of an inch around. So that means that my green piece will be 1/4 of an inch bigger lengthwise and widthwise. So it's 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. Okay, so it's a little bit of a different size than we typically use. Usually I go up in 1/4 inch increments because it's just easy to remember. But I really wanted to have a nice fine border here today. So I opted to make it a little bit smaller. And let's just stick this on as best as we can straight. Just like this. Okay. We have to stamp one more thing, and that is our sentiment. Like, look how fast our card is coming together here. So I've got a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to use basic gray, and I'm going to use a sentiment out of the Special Moments stamp set. So let's see what we're going to do here. This comes with so many sentiments, and they are photopolymer, so they're the clear ones, which I like for sentiments because you can really see where you're putting them on your card. But I wanted to use the one that says just a card to say you're amazing. What a fun sentiment to use for pretty much any occasion. It's kind of like a just because card. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off here. And these ones are a little bit like flimsy, and so especially with my sentiments, I like to lay them down onto my work surface and then just pick them up with my block. And I'm going to see if this one will fit. And it will. Okay, there we go. So this one here, just so you know, is a C block. Okay, so in basic gray, I'm going to just tap, tap, tap. And then I'm just going to stamp it straight down and up like that. Now, if you have challenges with your stamps or stamping, go ahead and check out my beginner stamp class. The first one, we talked all about stamping, how to get really nice, crisp images and clean, especially with your sentiments. It's kind of important. Anyways, I have here a tailored tag punch, and I'm going to just punch this out. I love using a punch, especially when if you're a beginner stamper or if you're in a hurry, because sometimes it is easy to sort of make a mistake when you're stamping. And if you've got it on a separate piece like this, where you just punch it out and put it on your card, if you make a little error on your sentiment, you haven't kind of made a mess of your whole card front. So it really is a handy thing to do. And you can make a whole bunch of sentiments ahead of time. You could use this whole set and make a whole bunch of them, punch them out with various punches or cut them out, and have them ready to put on a card whenever you need one. So it really is very handy. I am going to stick this on with some dimensionals. As you know, and as I've said probably every single time, this is a really great, affordable way to add some interest to your cards just by using dimensionals to pop up an image, pop up your sentiment. It is just a really fun way to do this because it's going to look to the person that received it like they're going to know, oh, so-and-so made this for me. And how did they do this? This is a really cute idea. So, okay, so we are going to stick this kind of right here on the front. Just like this, kind of in the middle. It's a little bit to the left because I want to see more of the pineapple. Okay, so the last thing we need to do here on this card is we are going to add a piece of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. You could use any Designer Series paper for this. I've just cut it out of that paper because I love it so much and it's going out at the end of this week. So we got to use it up. This is a So Saffron piece. I stamped this in Bumblebee. I don't know if I said that. So anything that would coordinate with the yellows and greens you could use as far as Designer Series paper. And I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal here and put this right underneath of where I stamped. So it's like creating sort of a little layer here underneath the base of my leaves, so it looks like they're popping out. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. I like it. Okay, and so now we're going to add this to our card friend. And you know what? I don't know. I can't see all of my leaves. I don't like it. I'm going to stamp some more leaves so that we can see it off of the sides. I want to see more leaves. And ideally, you would do this before you added your piece of designer series paper. But I'm going to see if I can take this off. Nope. Okay, let's see if we can do this without stamping on our designer series paper. Kind of. And I'm going to also stamp on the other side here. Now, I know I've overlapped it here, but you're not going to see that because that's where our card is going to go. So I'm going to just actually use this other section here with this other leaf in the middle so that we have two different leaves on the edges. Okay, so we want to take our stamp and we want to stamp all the way across here so that we can see it out the sides, just like that. See, now we can see the green leaves. And I am going to put it a little bit to the right so that we can have a nice, make sure that we can see the leaves there. But you could add as much of the leaves as you want to, or as little as you want to. Okay, these dimensionals are almost running out, and I know I have more somewhere. So let me see if I can find them. So this is what happens. I end up with a whole bunch of dimensionals all over that are mostly, that just have the borders left. But that's okay. Don't waste anything. Okay. And let's get one more edge here. They just kind of tear off, so they're easy to use. All right, get the backing off of these dimensionals, and you can see how quick this comes together. Like with these larger stamps, it doesn't take much to kind of make your card. So I'm going to stick it right here. Make sure I got it straight, just like that. And the last thing, oh, it's not straight. The last thing we're going to do here is just add a little bit of bling. You know me, I love my bling. So I am going to use the Artistry Blooms. What I love about them, the Artistry Bloom sequins, they come in pink. I don't know what the exact colors are. There's a blue, there's a pink, there's kind of an orange and a yellow. But they kind of really blend into whatever color you're using. So if I've got a bumblebee here and I put this beside it, it really looks nice. Same with the blues. It can kind of go with any of the blues that you see. So they're just really versatile. And I'm going to try to stick these all around my sentiment here a little bit, just to give it some attention. I don't really want it on top though. Maybe I'll put it right over here. There. Okay, so we have got these around our sentiment. Some beautiful bling, which I think really does finish it off and just kind of fill in some of the white space here. Isn't that pretty? On Christine's card, the one that I was inspired by, she actually also tied some twine around this Granny Apple Green piece and made a bow on it. But I wanted to keep it simple for us here at Cards and Coffee today. But isn't that just a really fun, beautiful card? I'm going to post on my blog. I'll post this card up there later today. And I'll post a couple other examples for you of some really easy cards you can make with this gorgeous Island Vibe stamp set. I think it's a sort of one that kind of gets lost in the celebration selections when you're looking at some of the free ones to get. But is a really fantastic set for all occasions that you can make gorgeous cards with in seconds. So I will post a couple more examples for you on my blog along with this one. So thank you, Christine, for the inspiration. And thank you all for joining me. If you have any questions about this card, just send me a message or check out my blog a little bit later for this card and I'll have all of the details up there for you as well. So happy stamping. Thank you for joining me and I hope you will be back next week. Bye.